Have you ever killed enemies in tactical games using alchemy techs, applying Robudo, Nigretto, Albedo, Citrintes effects, and activating gold, scarlet, silver, and bronze catalyst to them? Well, in Black Legend you can do these still incomprehensible things, but how interesting were these mechanics and did they help the game? Black Legend is a story-driven tactical RPG. True, the plot is fairly standard and not burdened with much intrigue. We play 4 mercenaries who are trying to save the citizens of the town of Grand. Mephisto, the alchemic, and his cultists have let the poisonous fog into the streets, which drives you crazy and kills. Many have tried to escape and help the residents, but of course only we have to do it. The base of mercenaries become the local merchant guild, where we trade at a squad of 4 soldiers with new mercenaries and get basic and additional tasks. And the whole game we run from run the guild to some part of town and back, completing simple quests for the most part. Unlock the passageway to the port, go back, find out what happened to our scouts and go back. Kill one of the cult leader and go back. Find a craftsman in the customer's area and show him this, and he will naturally ask us to go back to the merchants. Go to get something for him there and go back. Oh my god. In the end, the whole game goes down to this running through the neighborhoods and the confusing street of Grand. And they didn't bring a normal map here. Instead, they often to navigate by the sign on the poles, where the location of north, south, west and east changing depend on which side you look at the signs. At the same time, the city itself is empty. This on the one hand is explained by plot, but on the other hand you could still make something up, and screens and situations. Only sometimes there are rare characters who give out a side quest and agree to join us in exchange for help. Well, at least the atmosphere is more or less worked out, all gloomy and painful, surrounded by barricades and gallows with corpses. The architecture is non-trivial, medieval, 17th century, reminds it of the Gothic. In the gameplay itself, everything seems to be more varied. Mercenaries can be 50 different classes, and the class become available after we find all his profile equipment. Then we find equipment for another specialization and so on. As a result, it allows to change the class at any time, for which the game automatically puts the best equipment on character. It's also interesting that each weapon gives active and passive abilities for one or even more classes, and these skills can be learned as you use them. After the ability will be learned, it will be allowed to use as an interclass. It is real interesting mechanics that encourages experimenting and picking up different specialization, skills and combination of them. In addition, in Black Legend works mentioned in the very beginning of the article system of alchemy marks, which here correspond to the humoral doctrine of the 4 fluids in the human body. We accordingly must cause an imbalance of these fluids. The marks humors are supermoisted by the skills, and their combination result is unstable catalyst of different colors. For example, Nigretto, black, and Rubedo, red, make a scarlet catalyst, and Rubedo and Citrintes, yellow, make a bronze catalyst. And then you have to use catalyst attack, which do a lot of damage. This works against enemies as well as against our wards. Characters can also be equipped with a special item that uses this catalyst. For example, one bleeds when a target is scarlet catalyzed, and another restored 5% of maximum health for every rub mark on the enemy. Sounds tricky, but it's simpler than that. First you need to wrap your enemies up with skills, no caring whatever they are applying Citrintes or soaring Nigretto, and then finish them off with catalysis strikes. And preferably do it from the flank or the rear, so there is more damage. and everything would be fine, but in Black Legend there are various problems with balance. There are a lot of enemies, equipment and consumables are falling out of all of them. Plus there are boxes of some godness all around. Classes are opened quickly enough and the experience flows like a river. And after a while you stop to meet resistance and your pockets are cracking from the cool equipment, potions and money that simply have nowhere to go. In addition, the enemy's AI is blatantly stupid. For some reason, the opponents rarely kill the target fighters. That's what I had on the customable difficult level, where I reduced the experience gain for my heroes compared to normal. Those who played on hard, right in Steam, that's rare and about the same situation, but in any case, if you want to get at least some challenge from Black Legend, not only at the beginning of the game, then roll the difficulty to maximum, prohibiting saving up during battles and use the stories with your current alias. You can also reduce the number of enemies and falling out equipment, as they say, less is more. Pros of this game is the ability to change class on the fly, as well as to learn and use cross-class skills. The battles use the original mechanics, based on the body alchemy, many types of equipment, beautiful architecture and the levels. Cons: dolls run through locations without a normal map, problems with optimizations, balance, and enemy AI, bugs and crashes, and outdated graphics. Thank you for watching.